the wisdom. And the fires of creation is that process of action turning knowledge into wisdom. We all know, but until we do, it's not the experience and the understanding of the experience that it takes to understand it. Experiential situation is really what it is.
It's not about what you do and all of the things you create or don't create. It is truly about lifetime to lifetime endurance and gaining joy and happiness out of it. It's not about success. It is just about joy, happiness, and love.
Welcome, everyone, to a special announcement, our live event coming August 9th through the 12th. For those of you who are ready to step up and do A+ work, get that effort scale moving, we have a package for you. We also have a 2-day initial event and a 4-day process for those that are looking for the longer journeys too. The idea here is to get everyone on the grander journey of living your mystical life daily. We will be revisiting Living the Mystical Life Daily. Many of you have had this program for a long time, and we've got new teachings to add to that. And for those of you who are new to the audience, come and learn about sacred living, making sacred neutral a part of your life, and having that grander experience of a rich spiritual world that feeds your living physical world. Go to our store at andrewbartzis.com. Have you been finding yourself stuck in a rut, unable to launch your new projects, not getting the experiences you're looking out of your spiritual experiences? You're trying to start a business and running into troubles? I have special coaching sessions for you. Spiritual readings, Akashic records, healings, all those are available to you. I invite you to come and look at the different journeys that I've done in the live shows that I've done. I'm inviting you all to come on the journey, expand your life, expand your willpower, learn more about sovereignty. We also have the Living the Mystical Life monthly membership. It's a new relaunch of the system where you get all of our live webinars and get access to our Discord server for our live shows. Go to the website, andrewbartzis.com, for more information. Come and join our community, inviting you all to come on this journey as we expand to the universe of the Great Awakening. Welcome, everyone, to another adventure into reality. Today is a live call-in show. Come and have a talk with me, conversation, a session, a reading, whatever you would like to do. Remind everybody, for the first hour is call-in, and then the second hour will be our members only. If you are interested in joining the members area and having access to all the members' benefits, go to my website, andrewbartzis.com, and you can join up for the membership. We're also open to doing private sessions for those of you who've got questions on life, the journey, spirituality, what's blocking you. Come and have a private session with me. With that said, we've got some people in a line here for a session already. All right, Gujon, signal to unmute. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay. I'm starting to practice my body to be stronger, and I have a question about why I'm always hearing the old times in my head. You know, things a man was mistaken in the last in this, you know, in English.
So you're reliving some of the old times that aren't pleasant.
Yeah, very much. You know.
Yeah. That means you have guilt and regrets.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Okay. Well, when it starts to ruin your life and it constantly starts to take over like that, whenever it does happen, You got to say out loud to those regrets, I cannot regret this anymore. I cannot change the past. I can only live in the present. And you you have to actively counter those thoughts, those feelings, and those emotions that come up. If you
Yeah,
don't, they continue to go. And after a while of telling those parts of yourself that come up, you'll understand that you're probably living in a high adrenaline life, and you've got to figure out a way to get yourself out of an adrenaline-based life.
yeah, I heard you say it in the last show, and I forgive them, and I forgive them, you know.
Sure.
And
But
I
if
start
it's
to say it have to wait, you know. I have to live my future and this moment. I have to live that. I cannot always think about the lost times, you know,
Mhm.
and I forgive them, and it's helped me.
well, you've got to live the present. You can't live the
Yeah, the
future.
present. Yeah, I say
Yeah.
it the present. I was
Yeah.
not sure how to say it in English.
It's fine. But these things are still happening to you. These things are still popping up, these regrets, these emotions, these thoughts.
Yeah, but it's not so much now. After I
Okay.
start to forgive them and forgive me, and
Okay.
say, okay, I have to close the past. I cannot live in this time. I have to close it, you know, and I talk to myself, you know, and it helped me. I
Okay.
heard you talk about that in the last show, and I start to use that, and it's helping me, you know.
Have you begun any of the practices that we've been doing with our Living the Mystical Life Daily Revisited?
No, I'm a little bit lazy, you know. I
Well, we're offering a free review of the course if you just get a year-long membership, or if you already have the Living the Mystical Life Daily course, you get the review of it, and it'd be something for you to think about doing. You know, there's all sorts of tools, tips, and techniques, practices, ceremonies, rituals, meditations, teachings for you to practice and expand that journey of forgiveness until you can start living the life that you want.
Yes, I'm just short of money now these days, and I just moved from the country to the town, and have been short money, but I'm coming up now, and maybe I can pay more money to learn more. It have been difficult times.
Mm-hmm.
This 3 months I live here in a new apartment, but I'm very happy here, and all these things some happens in the past time, you know, have been very difficult. But after I listened to the last time of you talking about what I shall do, then I'm much better now.
Good. And if you could put more effort into practicing, you'll get more out of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking about to read the soul, some, you know, what you show here now. Many years ago, you show the contract of the soul.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read that tomorrow again. I read it 3 months ago, and I'm gonna do it again.
Well, try doing it every day or 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah,
It starts to mean more to you, has more effectiveness, starts to seep into different parts of your different personalities, and you start to get more and more energy back as you learn to practice them.
Yeah, I print a lot of it out when you was sending, you know, many things in paper. I print it out, and I have it all here in Icelandic, so I can read it in Icelandic.
Mm-hmm.
And it helped me.
Well, good.
You know?
So what do you want to have out of your future coming to you?
You know, I'm alone now, and it's angry me. I have no girlfriend, you know, and with a little bit pain.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cat, and I have to let him away because I'm in a new apartment, but I miss him very much.
Uh-huh. Why are you alone?
Because I don't know. I don't have many friends. Only boys and one woman. But she don't interest me. She is an alcoholic and I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't want to be with alcoholics.
Okay. I mean, now that you're in the city, you can go out and make new friends.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. But it's very difficult for me.
Mm-hmm. Why is it so difficult?
I don't know.
Has it always been that way for you?
No. After I quit to drink, I have not want to go on a discotheque or, pubs.
Uh-huh.
I was not drinking a lot, I was just small drinker, but when I quit it, definitely, then I always think about it. Shall I start it again or?
No, you shouldn't. Now you just have to learn how to make friends and how to go out and be entertained without drinking as the medium.
Yeah, maybe drink just Coca-Cola or something, but I don't drink Coca-Cola or soft drinks. I don't have.
Yeah, but you could drink tea, you could drink coffee, you can drink non-alcoholic beers or just fruit punches, whatever, or iced teas. Okay.
Yeah,
Many clubs understand that. The thing is, can you be around it?
yeah, I can do that, but
Well, then you got to find someplace else to go out and be sociable.
yeah. I'm a little bit scared about it. I don't know why.
Yeah, you can't let it be fearful for you. Otherwise, you are going to be alone more and more and more. And you got to find that effort inside yourself to go out and be sociable.
Yeah. I think so. I have to do that. But I'm starting to be old, 64 and
You're not that old. 64 is not that old.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. I've lost many friends, they just passed away.
Mm-hmm.
All of them was in Jackson, with COVID-19. They and they are dead.
That happened to a lot of people all over the world.
Yeah, he was the same. He was the same old and me, 64, and that's terrible.
Yeah. So, are there any other questions you want to ask me?
Yeah. I don't know what. When I start to talk to you, just everything go away. So maybe I can call you later and be ready to have some questions because
Sure.
I'm a little bit nervous today about talking to you.
Okay. Just call into the show another time.
Yeah. I was trying to get you and have a private session with you maybe later in this month. Then I have a little bit money. I can.
Would love to have you in a private session too. We can get into deep with what's going on with you.
Yeah, I think so. But I'm much stronger now.
You sound stronger.
I have one question about my death on the sea. Is somebody inside me trying to make something wrong with me, or is this only the echoes are making me crazy sometimes?
It's the echoes making you crazy.
Yeah,
but you should also understand the time that you were out in the sea, there are things that you need to start writing down. Some of your experiences, the people that you met.
Yeah.
Start writing down your story.
Yeah, why
How many
not?
years did you spend in the ocean?
About 20 years. No, 30 years.
What did you do in the ocean?
I was a chief cook,
Okay.
and I was good cook,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, I was always funny when
Mm-hmm.
I was making the food. Sometimes if I don't like the food, I told the guys, it's so terrible food, I throw them away. And they start to be angry, and then I bring the food and they
Mm-hmm.
start to laugh. They never trust me, I was always making funny of everything. And it's make the food better.
Well, those are the stories you should write down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was making chess with them, when I was making the food, I always win. They always lose for me. And they was very surprised. I was, when we make a chess, they
Uh-huh.
were making two together to try to win me, but I was in the kitchen to make food, and then I walk into them and make the game, and they always lose, I don't know why.
That sounds like you're missing that lifestyle.
Yeah, it's something I lost when I die. I lost many things, and I have to find them again. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes my ego is making me crazy, but when I start to talk to the ego, say, fuck off, be quiet,
Yep.
then it starts to be better.
Well, maybe it would be a good idea for you to go someplace and find someplace where you can cook again, even
Yeah,
if it's one day a week, like on a Sunday morning, just for you to something to do.
yeah, I have not made food about 3 months now, because I just go to restaurant and eat. Maybe that's not so stupid.
Why don't you just go and see? I'm plenty of places will hire an experienced cook, and you could just say, "I just need a job to get out and do something."
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and
I
you've
was
got the
thinking
busy.
about.
You got a very busy season coming up there for the summer season. I'm sure all of the big resorts are hiring too.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I have been thinking about it to go to hotel or something to be a second chief, or
Yeah,
help them to make the food or something.
yeah. It'll get you out of the house. It'll get you around people again,
Yeah,
back in your same environment, and you won't be so lonely.
yeah, but the government have rules. I cannot work. Then they take all my money from me.
Yeah. Can't you work like one day a week though?
Yeah, I can do that, or maybe 3-4 days in a week.
Right, without them taking your benefits away.
Yeah, maybe I can. Yeah, that's not so stupid. I can work a little bit, but I cannot work all the month because they take all money off me if I do that. We have here in Iceland, it's different. If you want to work and you are on a social, because I get in bad accident on the sea and they put me on this small money,
Yeah.
so I cannot work anymore. But it's gonna change in the winter. They are gonna change it. We can work more. And I was thinking to go maybe next week and I start to walk to the hotels and ask the chiefs what they need to help. I was thinking about it, and I think about many days, but I need something to kick me on.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been have problem with my echo, and it started to be quiet now. because I always say I forgive the ego and just be quiet. I have to practice and I have to do this and this, and you have to be quiet. And it's starting to be very nice now, but sometimes it's just like a jump on me, you know.
Well, when it starts to be aggressive like that, this is where you've got to do more than just tell it to fuck off and go away. You got to start writing down your answers and enforcing it by writing things down. And this is where you also may want to pick up a chess game again and play a game of chess with yourself, knowing that the opponent is the echo, and just start beating it in chess over and over again.
Yeah, why not? I have a computer here and chess play, and I'm starting to play again.
Okay.
I'm quite good in it.
If you're quite good at chess, there's also ways to make money at chess.
Yeah,
be a little hustler with it.
Yeah, I paid for the program and I have it in 1 year now, and I'm starting to play three times in a week.
Mm-hmm.
And
hey, brother, I got to let you go. I've got to move on to my next caller because we only got 1 hour today.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I'm going to move on to Patty. You are the next caller. Signal to unmute. Patty, are you there?
Hello?
Hey, Patty, how's it going?
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Good. How's life treating you?
I'm actually doing better. I did go off to Greece for a month, and you told me I did some sacred sites and got to be with some friends. And what I did this past week, I took a workshop with Greg Braden and Bruce Lipton, and doing a lot of downloads and activation. And the one that Greg Braden did was he aligned our brains with our hearts. And I noticed a shift right away. And it did calm me. And the night I got home, I slept for like 13 hours. And I think I needed the sleep because I have been an insomniac for a really long time. So yeah, that really helped me. I was actually on your website last night, and I want to go to August to Oregon. And how do I am I going on? I just go on your website and book?
So yeah, you just go on the website and book. Yeah,
okay.
Right there.
Okay, and what airport am I flying into?
Portland or Salem, Oregon.
Okay, which one are you flying into?
Portland.
Oh, you're flying into Portland?
It's only a 45-minute shuttle ride or car ride from Portland to Amity.
Okay, and you're going there. I want to stay for the whole thing, for the 2 days, and then the 2 days for the
4 days. Yeah,
the 4 days. Okay, when are you flying in? Can I ask?
I'm flying in the 6th, I believe, or the 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, so I need to adjust myself to being there before the actual event starts. I may fly in a little earlier. I got a thing where I can change my ticket.
Oh, you bought your ticket already? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was looking at it. I think I need to be there as well and see you guys. So I want to ask.
I'd love to see you.
Yeah, I was like, how are you doing?
Oh, good. The challenges of living life just like everyone else, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the busy days, the slow days, the shit where you got to get done.
Yes.
Today was a catch-up laundry, clean up the office day because I hadn't cleaned up the office in, 2-3 weeks. And I'm like, I just got to do it and just got to hunker down and clean the office out.
Yeah. Thursdays too. That's my house detail day too as well. It's Thursday.
Well, I try every day to do something so shit doesn't back up. But the office stuff, just the piles of papers and papers and papers and papers. Yeah. I must have thrown out 2 garbage bags full of papers and old mail and all that other shit that I just hadn't been doing. My inbox or my outbox or my done box.
Yeah, so refreshing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yes. I don't know what else that I was just said. I wanted to come say hello and and see how you're doing. And I'm glad I got to talk to you. But other than that, no, I don't know what else to ask. I mean, I'm trying to do what you told me to do when we had our session a few weeks ago, and it's a struggle. You know, I miss her a lot. She does leave me little things to know that she's here. Um, yeah, like at the convention, she drinks this type of stevia, and it wasn't sold there. Like you couldn't get it there. And as soon as I came out of the Greg Braden workshop, it was right there on the floor, and it was just her. Now, yeah, I was like, okay, I know you're here. What does crows symbolize? What's a crow?
Universal law.
Okay.
Guardians of the ceremonial and the messages of it. How to bring the message of prayer to the Sky Nation and the Star Brothers and Sisters and the celestial forces.
Okay. Interesting, because there's a lot of crows. Okay. All right, I'm going to...
What that means is you have ceremonial protection going on around you.
That's beautiful.
Okay? Okay. And it also means at some point you doing your personal and private ceremonies. And it's not necessarily connecting to those of the past. It's about you connecting to the power that is you today.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like
giving that universe the jolt. I'm alive, universe.
Yeah.
Okay. And having a talk with the universe itself, the source energies. Tell it your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your wants, your desires, the way you think about life.
Okay. Okay.
The more you're able to express in that ceremonial space, the more trust and life force you get back from the universe.
Yeah, and I need to start journaling because I stopped journaling for a while now, and I need to get back at doing that. Yeah. How do I prepare for your retreat?
So we are doing a revisited of the Living the Mystical Life Daily.
Okay.
So anybody that has the Living the Mystical Life Daily online course has access to the revisited, and it's in your members area. Yes. So we've done 4 or 5 already, and then every week or every other week we do another show that covers another live a teaching. So there's the live teachings that connect with each teaching, and just once or twice a week go and practice something from the source material.
I'm very good at doing the revocations. I do those like all the time. I love doing that and recording myself. I did notice a shift in the way I talk. I used to sometimes slur my words like I was an alcoholic, but I'm more clearer with my words and my voice. But yeah, I did notice that with my recordings as well. So yeah, I guess.
You do seem a lot more clear since I've talked to you last.
Yes. The pain in my heart has subsided quite a bit because I had like this stabbing pain, like this knife in my heart. That has subsided quite a bit. And the sleeping does help. I've been able to sleep the last couple of weeks, and I think that's very important for me. And just sleep. Sleep is just, I need that. But I miss you guys. I want to come. And it was just so awkward. I saw your alert, your notification. I'm like, I'm going to go get Andrew and listen to Andrew. But yeah, Egypt's calling us. Are you going to go back to Egypt at all or not yet? Not a while.
No, I've said this before. Until Egypt goes through some significant social changes, political changes, the way they treat guests there. Okay. I have a friend that went there to do a food video, and they stole all of his equipment, $40,000 of equipment.
That's horrible.
It's not just him. It's dozens and dozens of other people who are in the spiritual communities, and the abuse stories just never end. We were really lucky, okay? When we went, we were really lucky that they didn't try to hustle us for more money.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of the people going there now, they end up having to pool money together to pay the boat people to finish the ride.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's horrible.
Yeah. Okay. Or you're on the bus and you paid for all these things to go to, but they want you to pay more.
It's so criminal.
Okay. And then you saw the piles of garbage in the street,
Yes.
the
Yes.
dead animals in the street.
Yes. I remember. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Terrible.
Beautiful country,
Yeah.
beautiful people.
Yeah.
But the beggar boys everywhere you went that were full of demons.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
You remember those?
Yes.
At
Yes.
every sacred site, everywhere you went, they
Yeah.
were yipping at you like little dogs.
I remember the museum too. The museum
Okay.
that you go to. Yeah.
Remember how much I was burping even before we got there?
Yes. Memories.
I'm like, I can't handle this, guys. No. I'm not doing it.
and you didn't go to Hatshepsut's temple, and I thought that was beautiful. You didn't go down by.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I thought she was. I thought it was amazing.
I wish I could have done. I could have done more. I did a lot. I wish I could have done more. But the reality is, holding everyone's energies together for their private, unique experience was what I needed to do.
Okay. Yeah, and you brought back our soul shards. I remember.
Yeah. I still had a lot of good times with you, man. Yeah. Luxor was absolutely amazing. Okay.
I have a video of you there.
Yeah.
I have a video of you there. Yeah. I still talk to Milos, so he's been a very good friend since Theoni's passed. I call it Theoni's ascension. She had a different ascension plan, and she's birthed into a new dimension, so I don't call it a death. I call it ascension plan, but Milos has been very helpful. Yeah, he's been a really good person. Yeah.
Maybe you and Emilio can come to our event together.
That would be wonderful. Let me tell him. That would be great. But I don't want to keep you. But anything you want to tell me?
It's part of the preparing. You already know what to do.
Yes.
Get yourself a little bit more and a little bit more. You know what my events are like. They're powerful. They're intense. Yeah. Unique experiences are coming. And then the sound system, the ambisonic sound system that we're using, so they're going to blow everyone's mind.
Okay. That would be great. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
And Oregon should be nice too. Good.
Yeah, big perfect time of the season for it.
Yeah. Are we going to see UFOs? Do you think we'll see UFOs?
No, they're not going to come this time. They're a little too old.
Oh, no. Okay.
No. Okay. Dad's 89, mom's 86.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My dad just had cataract surgery.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And he's going to do the other eye a day or two later, and then mom's going to do cataract surgery a week later. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Maybe. It's cataracts. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. It's 2 weeks recovery. Okay. Good. But at least they won't be blind. They both finally have hearing aids that they actually use.
Okay. Good. I'm happy for them. Good. And you get to have them in your life still. So important. Yeah, family's important. Okay. I don't want to keep you. It was so good talking to you.
Good talking to you too, Patty. We'll talk soon. I look forward to seeing you at the upcoming event.
Me too. I will. All right. Thank you. Love for me. Bye.
Love for you too. Okay. All right, Pavel, signal to unmute. You're the next caller. Pavel, are you there? Pavel. Mr. Pavel, are you there? Apparently not. Is there anybody else that'd like to call in? You can go to the show description, see the Zoom link, come on in and have a talk with me. We still got time for more people to talk before we go to the members area. All of you people that are listening and want to have a talk, come on in. Chicken, poke. How many people thinking they might come to the event? We've got 2 days, and then the second 2 days available for you at 2 different price points. Come experience the Living the Mystical Life Daily and the Living the Mystical Life Nightly teachings. Who is on the path to greatness? Wow. Look at all you chickens. Nobody else in the waiting room, Joel? On the way? Okay. Which chat? Okay. I'll give it a minute for that person to show up. We got all these people listening on all these different channels. Come on in, call in. Let's see if Patty is still there. We'll talk to Patty some more while we're waiting.
Hi, I just actually sent you a message. Your thoughts on the current economic affairs going on in the world, maybe?
Oof.
I know. That's
the challenges of the economics going on right now is the corruption at the big banks, the corruption at the Fed level, the way. Oh, all these people popping into the call in now.
Okay. So
I'll answer your question.
Okay, thank you.
They're controlling and manipulating the system. Like somebody came in, some anonymous buyer came in and bought billions of dollars in U.S. Treasury bonds.
Okay.
Essentially, what that means, it's holding the Treasury hostage by doing that.
Oh, wow.
And it's dictating who is or isn't going to raise interest rates or lower interest rates.
Okay.
And we have economic warfare going on between the petrodollar, between gold and crypto, and all the people using those various systems to money launder.
Mm-hmm.
And until there's significant people arrested and sent to jail, none of that stuff's going to end.
But it'll never end because who's going to get arrested? Who are they going to arrest?
There's plenty of people to get it. The money launderers themselves, but there's the independent money launderers who use shell companies, et cetera, and build these big networks to launder money. But the banks are in bed with those people.
I see. Okay.
And until the banks truly suffer jail time and a federal oversight that you can't just pay off and buy out. Okay. And until that happens, this tariff journey that Trump has put us on has upset that cookie cart, that apple barrel, big time. Okay. Countries are now negotiating direct with various representatives of the countries of America, and the banks aren't a part of those negotiations.
Okay.
And what's going to end up happening is the banks are going to have to make a choice: deal with the tariff billions or deal with the money laundering billions. They can't do both anymore. So Trump has set up a system that's going to make them choose the offer you can't refuse. Okay. But the deep state's going to resist and resist and resist and resist. And with, forecasting Bitcoin going to 112,000, 115,000, gold, reached ridiculously high numbers.
Yes.
And the demand for gold, the bullion gold, they can't really fill the orders because the bullion gold doesn't really exist because all the big countries are holding it. Okay. But for the average mom and pop, relief is coming.
Okay, good.
So what isn't coming is new business opportunities. Okay. Google destroyed the search engine system and hasn't fixed it. Thousands, and if not hundreds of thousands of internet-based businesses have lost their internet footprint. It's completely gone. And any money they ever spent on search engines, complete waste of time. And then the buy-in to fix it doesn't even exist yet on an untested AI agent system. Joel and I have been talking about this in the background a lot. Okay. So if you don't have modern skills, new businesses have very little chance at mediocre success at even that.
Okay.
YouTube has essentially killed the independent person that wants to start a channel and grow. They've made it virtually impossible to get over 10,000 subs. Okay. Yeah. And then if you do grow too fast, they start unsubbing people from you. And they've been doing that terribly a lot because they don't want growth.
Yeah, it's like you, what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like we've been under the like they're just unsubbing people from the channel, 30, 40, 50 people a month. And then we got 50, 60 people sign up a month. So you net 10 positive a month instead of 110 positive a month.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I see everyone's coming on now.
All right. Thanks a lot.
And bye for me.
All right. We're going to go to Jeff, like the giraffe.
Hey,
how's it going?
It's going well, man. It's going well. Lots of new experiences always. How are you?
Good. You're going to come to the event in August?
I am not going to be able to. I'm hopefully going to go see my father in Florida. I have to choose my PTO time wisely. But my heart is with you guys, and I'm excited hearing about it. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I wanted to.
Okay. That's why we put it on a Friday and a Saturday and a Sunday, and for those people that wanted to stay late, so they didn't have to lose too much PTO time.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's helpful. But yeah, I set the rules and I set PTO at 10 days max, and they accrue. So what we have to spend is little. Yeah, but cool. I'm glad you called on me. I was going to wait till the members show. I had a question for you, actually.
Okay.
I was listening to some of your old material, and you were talking about the law of one.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that is. I was like way lost.
The law of one is the stuff that came out of the raw material that was channeled in the 80s.
Okay.
You ever listen to any of what's his face? God, I'm having a brain fart.
It's that time of the week.
David Wilcock.
The name is familiar. Maybe.
All right. If you've ever listened to David Wilcock, he talks about the raw material, law of one. All right. So the law of one material came from a lady that channeled a being called Ra in the 1980s. She had several people with her, and they channeled out a variety of sessions that eventually developed into a set of teachings about oneness, how everything is related to one God, one source, one thing.
Yes.
And it was an off-world source that tried to describe how life and energy and the systems of realities work.
Got it. Okay. That is what I thought it was referring to, but I wasn't quite sure in context. I'm familiar with some of those channeling sessions and the literature around it. So, okay, cool. Yeah, I had an interesting trip in Vegas. I don't know, I ended up watching some of your stuff, and that came up because I had a work trip there. I mentioned it last time. And I've learned some lessons. Like, it's always good to rent a car if you're going to drive across the desert. Vegas doesn't want to let you go. It does everything to stop you from leaving.
It does.
And yeah, I didn't really gamble that much and came away with break even, just what I went in with, and I count that as a victory. But I noticed the hold. I set a limit for myself. I was down to like 90 cents, and then I ended up working my way back up to flush and pulling out and just saying, hey, I'm lucky. But what I realized was gambling is super addictive.
Yep,
like
it is.
Now that I see that winning is possible, I mean, my coworker won a couple grand, and I was like, oh, this is possible. And then I have to remind myself, no, it's not. It's a trick. It's interesting how it gets in your mind like that, in my mind like that. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It's not fun losing money.
So what about the law of one material? What was I talking about in that material you were talking about before?
You were talking with Andre. It was in your Andre sessions, and you were speaking about galactic history, the galactic, I'm going to say forum, or basically the galactic group of extraterrestrials that have created laws about expanding the universe, kind of the galaxy.
Mhm.
And it was just a 1 or 2 sentence thing that I couldn't put my finger on, but it had to do with the expansion and the power struggles. I don't know. It was a recommended video after I listened to one of your new chapters that you released from the story that you're putting out there.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of those stories?
I have to admit I listened to them backwards because I couldn't find chapters 1 and 2 before I found chapter 3. But then I went back and I find them provocative. I find them thought inducing and borderline indecipherable between fantasy, reality, history. There's a mix of wavelengths in there, I think, some embellishment.
They are stories. They are stories.
But I feel like there's more truth in them than just fiction, if that makes sense.
We got a lot of hate people from that stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh, boy. People thought my channel was hacked. This doesn't do this. And it says story in the title.
It does. It does. I think that's people projecting, right? That's people projecting.
It is. Right. They have me up on a pedestal or think something of this. It says story in the title. Okay.
Yep. And I find it really, really interesting because the big narrative that I've been working on for a while, I kind of envision releasing in little bits like that, kind of Dickens-esque chapters that kind of build out a larger story. And it's really fascinating to see. I also then started looking at the AI platform that you and David that you guys put out.
Yep.
Because while I'm involved with some of it, like the book part of it, and I've dabbled with the image software that you guys have and stuff like that, the new suite that you just released,
yep,
is attractive to me. And I can't figure out why, because I'm assuming it's $75. You just get the lifetime subscription. It's not like a $75 a month type of subscription.
I believe you get the subscription and then you can get credits too.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's fascinating, and it's really it's exciting to think about what could be done with that. Whether you want to do, like for me, I'm really interested in media and stuff, not so much one-on-one healings, but helping in a larger group. And so the possibility is, I was just listening to David's demo of it, and there was so much how it just ties everything together. And I really kept hearing him say, and I'm going to butcher the phrase, but it was reaffirming like what as opposed to, because I saw it and instantly I was like, wow, any Joe Schmo could be a mystic with this, right? You could do readings for people just by having this suite. But I really liked how he underlined, this is kind of just confirming your thoughts and maybe adding to them or putting them in a more useful way that you didn't have access to before. So I'm kind of excited to maybe poke around that, and just hearing the turn, like from the talk with Andre that I was listening to, the Law of One, and not really knowing what it was, but kind of assuming that's what it was. And then to your stories, which hit me like a kind of like the people that were giving you hate, but I wasn't giving you hate. I was just like, what is this? Like, I got to figure this out. It was like a mystery to unravel. And then finding the software right after it, which I knew about, but I hadn't seen the demo. So like 1, 2, 3, it kind of added on to this notion of the California molasses that you were talking about, that energy zap. And I don't know, maybe lit a little spark inside of me that I can fan a little bit more. So yeah, that's what's been going on.
Well, right now, I've talked to you many times in the challenges of creative sourcing versus preparing for work and socialization are the challenges for you. And finding time to do something with a piece of software like that on a regular basis, it's where you got to literally carve the time out to begin to use the tools until such a time you've got a build up of material.
100%.
But I probably have 400 stories built up by using the AI generator. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why, I haven't logged back into the book generator in a while, in months, because you're right. It's you have to take time to learn it, and then you have to refine.
And then you got to read the stuff it generates.
Well, yeah. But fortunately, from what I was reading from your generator, and even the other ones that I've used, they're good in general. They're literate, and it's okay reading them. But there is a really, I published a kid's book using AI software and stuff, and it's doing reasonably well. Exceeding my expectations, I guess. And I'm about to republish and then do a sequel, heading toward the trilogy of it. And I did this just so I could learn the software for my own real narrative, kind of like what I was talking about with the Dickens-esque chapters, because I don't want to screw something up that I've been passionate about for so long. You got to learn. You can't just make a famous painting right out of the gate. It takes years of practice, and so I lost my train of thought. But I've been practicing and refining my skills on these things, and it all takes time, and sometimes it takes money, and I have this overwhelming confliction of creative ownership, creative integrity. How proud can you be of something that you have used significant generation to produce? And what I've decided is that it's a skill, and not an easy skill, and you can be damn proud of it. That's kind of where I landed. I was like, oh no. Do you have feelings like that?
Not anymore.
Okay, yeah.
So here, I have been writing stories since I was a kid, and discovering an AI writing tool has only made me a better writer.
I would agree with that.
Okay, so I still use the AI story generator, the one that David created, but I also take it and feed it into Grok and have Grok refine it chapter to chapter to chapter.
Yep.
And what ends up happening is I get character tone much faster. I get better dialogue. Not that my dialogue is ineffectual. It's better. It uses such a bigger, broader word base.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then all I've got to go back and do is read, reread, and reread it again. So I read it 3 times. And then I go back and I give it my twist of plot, character, story. And it's like paint by numbers. It's paint by numbers, not painting.
Yep.
Okay, so I everything that's generated by the AI, I put the keywords in, I put the stuff in. It still has my mark and stamp on it.
Yep.
Okay, I just didn't go create me a story and now I own it.
Well, and it's unique, right?
Yes,
like you're the only one who fed those prompts in there and did it the way you did, and you're the only one that switched programs at a certain time. And so there's a lot of quote unquote authorship, and it's not like I'm looking for credit. I'm just looking for the integrity, because when you tell people that you used any sort of AI software, most people are just like, oh.
Sure. And that's why you see all over the internet and TikTok, people putting their AI stories up with digital voices next to them.
Yep.
Okay. Because it's a brand new genre that will win over people. Okay. It will win over people. And right now, people don't read anymore. They don't read books anymore compared to like when right after I graduated high school, I was still reading 2, 3 books, 4 books a month. Now, if I'm lucky, I get to read one book every 3 months because I don't have the time or the mental capacity because of the nature of the work that I do to sit back and read. So like this one of these I've been rereading the Robert Jordan books because I only got up to like book 6, and Amazon did such a terrible job on the first season. I was like, oh, you ruined it. The second season somewhat redeemed itself. And then this last season, I actually went, finally, you guys have gotten to a core of what this rich, giant world that he created and how you can create material within it and still be unique.
Yeah, they really messed up Wheel of Time.
And I'm really absolutely convinced Disney Star Wars is all first generation AI edited stories. Just terrible, terrible material.
Yeah, I don't even know where that's coming from. It's unwatchable. I think it's they got a license from a variety of different early AI companies 10 years ago, and that's why they fired all their really expensive writers. Okay. Yeah, they still make money.
No, they don't. Their movies are flopping left and right.
Oh well, their most recent ones, yeah.
Well, the last 4 have flopped. Okay. Okay.
I haven't even gone to see Thunderbolts.
It wasn't
even on my radar.
There's only 20 minutes of the movie that are considered good. The rest is considered completely worthless, terrible Disney garbage.
I'm glad I haven't taken any time.
Don't waste your time on it.
I don't plan to.
And then Andor season 2, it is literally a once in the generation TV show. We will never see anything like it again, ever. Okay. Andor season 1 was good, but it was still Disneyed. Okay. And apparently they hands off season 2 and let him, essentially it's a story about authoritarianism. Okay. And it mirrors what we're going through in our own damn world. Okay. It's a once in, and then Disney's Grogu, Mandalorian and Grogu have to follow up the quality of Andor season 2. There's no way they can do it.
Not possible.
Not possible. Not with the infrastructure that's in Disney. Like, I don't know if you realize this. Disney does their effects before the movie and then films everything afterwards. And that's why they have to reshoot everything, and everything's so terribly expensive.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's weird. I wonder why they do that.
Because they're trying to cost cut and everything ends up triple and quadruple and septupling their price. It's also bad, just plain bad business by managers who don't want to change. All right, brother, I got to let you go. We've got our member show coming up.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
All right, we'll see you there. All right, everybody, we're going to call an end to the show. If you want to come and join us in the members show, you can go to my website, andrewbartzis.com, and join up for the members. And once again, for all you people that have been out there practicing your spiritual journey, Living the Mystical Life Daily event, number 3, August 9th through the 12th. You can join up for the first 2 days or be there for all 4 days where you'll learn Living the Mystical Life nightly also. All right, everybody, I look forward to seeing you in the members show. Welcome, everyone, to a special announcement, our live event coming August 9th through the 12th. For those of you who are ready to step up and do A+ work, get that effort scale moving, we have a package for you. We also have a 2-day initial event and a 4-day process for those that are looking for the longer journeys too. The idea here is to get everyone on the grander journey of living your mystical life daily. We will be revisiting Living the Mystical Life Daily. Many of you have had this program for a long time, and we've got new teachings to add to that. And for those of you who are new to the audience, come and learn about sacred living, making sacred neutral a part of your life, and having that grander experience of a rich spiritual world that feeds your living physical world. Go to our store at andrewbartzis.com. Have you been finding yourself stuck in a rut, unable to launch your new projects, not getting the experiences you're looking out of your spiritual experiences? You're trying to start a business and running into troubles? I have special coaching sessions for you, spiritual readings, Akashic records, healings, all those are available to you. I invite you to come and look at the different journeys that I've done in the live shows that I've done. I'm inviting you all to come on the journey, expand your life, expand your willpower, learn more about sovereignty. We also have the Living the Mystic Life monthly membership. It's a new relaunch of the system where you get all of our live webinars and get access to our Discord server for our live shows. Go to the website, andrewbartzis.com, for more information. Come and join our community, inviting you all to come on this journey as we expand the universe of the